We've been keeping our, I would say we're attempting to recover our sleep schedule, but the more I say that, the more it's self-fulfilling prophecy, they'll ruin it again. But I need to get it. Flying, get it. I know. I couldn't get flying in this region because it was the half of the map was locked off, calendar. Y'all being sassy today. Y'all flipping tables and shit. I'm just one monkey man. I'm trying to do my best, good sir. I'm trying to do my best. Don't shoot me. No shoot, please. Shooting bad. It used to be item you can get in PvP, but the collab was called Garo and had it and did something last year. Ah, okay. I get you. Need to get over here. That's a big burb. Yeah, this is the way to go. Go straight into the stronghold. Yep, I'm aware that the map was locked off. Well, if you're aware, don't be so sassy, good sir. If it's gonna watch, it's gonna be fun to watch. Hey, no worries. I'll look forward to it then. Go on. John Hot. The path leads to the entrance above. Within the aetheryte. Within is an aetheryte. You must use it to enter. Alright, good. Be as sassy as I want. Don't give me sass today. I'm too tired to deal with your sass today, Calendar. Your boy's a bit stressed. Your boy just wants to chill. I don't want to overly fucking police my chat right now. Because your boy's struggling right now. Your boy's struggling at the moment. Show some mercy for your boy. Speaking of like flight, we need to grab that. Your boy is struggling right now, chat, so please be kind. And please be excellent to each other too. Your boy could do with some good news. A very pretty ass Aether, right? It's a very, very pretty ass Aether. Holy shit, super shiny. Super shiny Aether, right? Very, very cool. Oh yeah, we need to turn up the audio. I forgot about that. We turned it down already.
Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered. Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast.
She hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She's silent and empty.
It's a husk.
Only the vessel may be remade, not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the four winds.
No. Impossible to recover then. Alize, don't do anything reckless. You bitch! No!
Now do you see her promises for what they are?
They are not real.
Have you gone mad?
Yeah.
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood.
No.
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray.
Alizé, they're not gonna listen. You crazy girl.
I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well. But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
Nah, you won't.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This hath ever been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting.
Alizé's pissed.
No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
For every prayer that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
Billions.
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
What a bitch.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens.
No, let's not do that. No, don't capture my people. Alizé, you freaking idiot, get out of the way. I gotta block this, don't I? I gotta face tank this. Noble Highland's blessing. Nuh-uh, you ain't touching them.
Abide in misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing.
Better whoop your dumb ass.
Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
Off they go. They're all gone. Alizé almost got the whole freaking squad killed with her dumbassery. Holy shit. Because what happened if they all got touched by the primal? They'd all be absolutely enslaved because they can't concentrate on anything else other than serving the primal, regardless if it lives or not. They've been like touched or whatever. I forget what the word is. Marked? I don't know what it is. Taken? I don't know. Words are hard, chat. Words are very hard. System config. Is audio good? Yeah, sorry, that's supposed to be up like that, yeah. Set it to 75. Change it however I want to, if need be. There we go. Now audios are acceptable levels. Apologies, chat. Also, Cruise, Chaser Mount, and the Mog Station app. True, true. But other than Cloud's bike that I got at the start of the game, well, in the Mog shop, I've got no interest in getting any more mounts that are purchasable from the shop. I'd rather get them earned. Fun fact: the promotional art of the Lakshmi, they had a very long snake tail, but in game she does not. No, she does not. Yeah. Enthralled is the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Ren. Thank you. I know, it was stupid and foolish, but I had to try, Suka. I had to. I had to try and I failed, so you have to fight. There's no other way. Primals cannot be suffered to live. You know this. Maybe so, but every time we must turn to you and the others like you to do what we cannot. Wish there was another way. We can, but to do that is within our power. At least Alphanol now will go seize their crystal stores. This will not happen again. And you, when it is finished, will be waiting for you. Emmanuation. Okay. Alright, let's get this thing going. Trials. Upon witnessing her daughter's death at the hands of Fordola and her skulls, the Qualyana broodmother cried to the heavens in despair, and a primal answered. Sir Lakshmi, patron deity of the Anata, came forth from the Aether, and the Imperials were put to flight. Alas, the tale did not end there, for the Qualyana demanded that the Vera come and pay tribute for the goddess. So now it comes to you and your comrades' journey towards the Qualyana stronghold of the Janquat. Put an end to Sir Lakshmi's dream. Fordola. Nah, she's a bitch. Don't simp. No simping, Gallender. She's a hoe. She's a hoe, dude. You've been taken, and not by the primals. You've been taken by a lesser waifu, Gallender. You've been taken by a lesser waifu, and y'all must stop. You must be set free. And we'll do that by murdering her in game at the first opportunity. Or who knows? Maybe Mr. Princey McFuckboy can do it or something for us. Sorry. Smack my microphone. Fedora is Glorious Thylander. Excuse me, Gallender, but for Glorious Thylander, Suika is Glorious Thylander, okay? Y'all don't need to simp for anyone else. Well, not abide by this simpery in my chat. And yes, it is a banned word on Twitch, and I'm still saying it. Too tired to care at the moment. Too tired to care at the moment for saying that word. You want to talk about fucking Thylanders? Talk about Suika. God damn. What do you gotta say to that, Gallender? What do you gotta say to that, boy? Also, the word delicious, yikes. Yikes, Bromigo. I wouldn't call Thylanders delicious. That's not the adjective that I would use personally. Certainly not the one that I would use. Personally, not the one I would use. We've not done any sort of major tombstone grinding in a while. We've done like a few out of necessity of like leveling, but we haven't spent like a full day playing this game, just like grinding tombstones in a while. Rune just wants to submit to the heel of Yotsuya. I mean, depends. Depends. My siblings are arguably worse. We lost her at the end of Domokasa. Apparently, yeah. Apparently she's dead. But I don't know, she's a very sadistic Doman lady. Almost said Japanese lady, which still wouldn't be far from the truth, but wouldn't be far from the truth, but still. Would not be far from the truth. Would certainly not be far from the truth. What's that word where you're like turned on when you see like others in pain, or like you see people that are like that? What is the name for that? There's a very specific word for it. I'm sure chat knows exactly what that word is, because chat's a lot more coherent and a lot less tired than I am right now. Masochist. Yeah, but there's a specific word for it. It's like the opposite of a masochist. Masochist is someone that enjoys pain inflicted upon themselves. It's like the word for when you want to inflict pain on others and you see it. It's a very specific word. Don't know what it is. Sadist, yeah, sadist, yeah. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, it's something like sadist, yeah. I don't want to look it up right now, though. My search history shall be clean. But I will ruin the search history for the chat. That's the plan, anyway. It's a sadist? Yeah. Makes sense. Damn, excuse. Average wait time 24 minutes. What the fuck? All right, chat. Okay. Okay. If anyone in chat can help me out with this, so I'm not waiting 24 minutes for the stream to continue. Right now, we are queued up for the emanation. Sorry, dyslexia and sleep deprivation kicking in, chat. Apologies. If anyone is in chat and you have emanulation, and you can queue up for either DPS or you can DPS or healer, please do so, because I would like to play the video game. If I knew this was the case, I would have got it up in the last stream and like closed it on this one. But I suppose there's no real rewards for doing this one, so no one's really queuing up. It's like a main story quest trial, so yeah, you gotta do it. I can't, since I'm on any data center. I'm on an any data server, Gallender. What you talked about? We're in Ultros and Primal. So it could very well be possible, Gallender, if you're on one of those. I'm not sure if you can jump data servers though. You gotta be like in the same data server housing, and then you can access all the other ones. Are you in Primal, Gallender? You might be on a different server specifically though. Yeah, but I'm on the other one, yeah. I know about masochism and sadism due to my D&D character being both. Well then. Go figure. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. But as long as you're having fun with your D&D characters, that's fine, man. That's the most important thing, is having fun with your characters. Oh, you're in Adamantoys. Ah, I get you, Yonder. I get you. I get you. I get you. I mean, there were tanks, so taking damage is a thing, but dealing damage is part of being paladin. So, oh, is it like how would you describe it? It's like darkness from Konosuba, because that's her entire shtick. Is that she enjoys that kind of thing for a comedic sake though. It's not really like a dark thing. It's just a lewd thing and a running gag, which is fine. I gotta like massage my neck muscles, dude, because I've been like so fucking stressed recently. I've been so stressed with like just life. life in overdraft and like other shit. Been very stressed about a lot of things, chat. Very, very stressed about a lot of things. And we've just been trying to like relax and like unwind and stuff and just take things slower. But enough about my goddamn life. No one's here to talk about that shit. We're here for the video games. And when I say video games, I mean video games. The Emanation. Girabina. Primal time, yeah. Welcome to the stream, Defler. Let's go. Sorry, super concentrating. No idea what Hannah Beauty's gonna do, so just setting up Shadow Wall just in case, because I've never done this fight before. Going to have this on extreme. Oh boy.
Rest your weary souls in my bosom.
Oh boy. Snake mommy indeed, goddamn. Is this an active type event?
I shall free you from your hate.
Yep. She gave us the suck, but we were resistant to the suck, so such is life. We are suck resistant. Fuck.
Surrender to bliss.
You turn on my vigil? Yeah, I didn't know when I was to do it.
Your souls weigh heavy.
For healers, have to spend time healing it, all of them. Shadow Wall. Fuck? Jesus Christ, what am I clicking on? I've been something on my other screen for some reason. Joel.
Your souls are sealed.
Doesn't overlap with anyone else, okay.
I shall free you from your hate.
Ow. Sort of working, I guess. Long fight. Oh no, that was a huge chunk of damage. Huge chunk of damage.
Your souls are
Alright, okay, I've got it. Nice. Thought I didn't have it for a second there.
you know your souls weigh heavy.
I'm probably gonna remember nothing about this fight. My eyes have basically been glazed over the entire goddamn time.
I shall free you from your hate.
Miriam. Ouchies. Visual. Did that limit break 3 miss? No way did it fucking miss. What are you doing, bro? Come on. Delirium. Should be able to get on delirium.
Your souls are
Victory. Yes. Good shit. Melt, Snake Mommy. Melt into sparkles and leave us alone. Be gone with your simping ways. Be gone, good sir. Yes. Do you want the HP bar display the percentage of HP left? I don't know. I'm fine with it. I don't particularly care at this point. I'm too tired. It's too tired to care, unfortunately.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help.
Well, maybe you should become a warrior of light and you get the blessing of Hydaelyn Lease. Oh wait, no you can. That's my job. Oh, we'll return to Monkey. We'll return to Monkey, don't worry.
So, it looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
Yeah, we are. We've all got our own vices.
You slew our mistress!
Yeah.
She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
We're here to save you. Stop crying.
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone.
Yeah.
But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods,
Yeah,
I'm
they're
sure
tempered.
we could find a way to live in peace.
They're tempered. We gotta put them down.
Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
But we need to
Who
now.
are you to question our choice? You who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
Yeah, we've all got a big fucking house, and we all gotta live in it together. And by God, you better do your goddamn washing, because I don't want to hear you fucking stinking up the place with your snake boots or whatever the fuck. My God, we're all in this world together. Can we just get along, for God's sake? Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo. We'll return to Monkey, don't worry. Oh, look who it is. It's the person yonder was simping for. And these guys are gonna snicker.
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
Gonna get slapped around the place.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
They're implying that she's fucking him.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Yeah. No fucking. Imperial lackey need to shut up, yeah. Well, she shouldn't be murdering her own kind to begin with. What's she doing here? Why is she doing here? What's her reasons for being here? Why is she murdering, like, her own people of Alamigo? Why is she enslaving and exterminating her own goddamn people? How's that for a question? Xenos, chop her in half and do us a goddamn favor. What is her purpose for doing this?
Fedola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Cranial Lupi, reporting as ordered.
I am most displeased with
Why do
you.
you tremble, sir?
Because
It may be that the Empire's butcher is afraid. That she who walks with death is terrified of her own.
Yes.
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Xenos is such a brooding and a menace.
Yes, my lord.
Whenever he's on screen, it's fantastic. From his attitude just to everything he does.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
I fucked up, fam.
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
What are you up to? Huh? This music, fam.
I want...
You want to murder everybody? You just want to go ape shit?
I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Good performance, though, damn.
Very well.
Yeah, this Lucius Malfoy looking ass motherfucker.
Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits.
Oh, really?
Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Oh, is this the same thing that commander had done to him?
Lord,
It turned him into a monster.
I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
You must partake in the drinking of the juices. I'll inject you with the juice. Who is this boy? Who is this? Who's this Kisuke Urahara looking ass motherfucker sitting in the background with like some super juice potions? I should go left in better terms, but that was not gonna happen. It could be a problem if they get their hands on more crystals, though. Never mind. We'll deal with that when the time comes. Yeah, you're telling me. I'll take the ones of slaying. Ba, 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 ba. Thanks to you, Vajra and her people no longer need to live in fear. You know, it's a great service this day. Long shall my sisters sing of praises of the Icon Slayer. As bear word of them of Sir Lakshmi's passing. Come, friends, to Vira and Nilya. Some Hoja looking ass thing. Yep. Rejoice, chat. It may have taken us a bit of time, but now it is time to return to Monkey. If you got those chimps in the chat, let's see them be spammed. Give me my chimps. Thanks for indulging me, chat. And thanks for redeeming that. It's always a joy to see that little animation. One day when I have hella cash from the streamings. When I have hella cash in the streamings, I'll give the animator a big fat donation and say I've been enjoying their stuff for a while. I will most certainly do that. I gotta go farm doggo mounts. Go farm the doggo mounts, Rin. Farm them and return here. And slam some pictures in the Discord when you get a hold of doggos. I wish to see the doggos. If they're impressive enough, we'll just show them on stream, because I'm always one for celebrating people's accomplishments. Yo, we killed the big snake lady. What up? I have 3, but it's for someone else. Don't farm for someone else. Farm for yourself, good sir. God damn. Farm for yourself, my good sir. That's what it's all about. Covet your own shenanigans. Okay, I gotta go. All right, I'll see you later. But farm for yourself, not for other people. You can't even trade the whistles, if I recall correctly. He's probably farming for someone else on like another account. That's what I'm guessing. I frown upon that behavior, and I believe Square Enix also frowns on that, but ayo, I'm not your dad. I'm not gonna tell you not to do it. Y'all got your own life to live, but I would just be like, farm it for yourself before that, and then do that. As far as I know, yeah, I know that. I know what that means. I'm making a party for them, not cheating. Okay, good. Okay. Then you are forgiven for your transgressions that do not exist. Gunblade 80s, of course. The last roulette I was in had 2 bards, 1 booster, and the other one AFK. Yeah, that's the way it goes. I do dog farm events for Error FC. Yeah, fair enough. The winds have whispered of your success, and the eyes confirm the testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Aquiliana sisters in our thrall. We thank you for this. Suka did the deed. We were all but witness to her heroism. Where I feel this is only the beginning, for there's no cure for that which drives her to beseech opponents. Drives the desperate to beseech the gods for salvation. Excuse me. Tired and dyslexia is not helping me. Should they wish to use our crystals to summon Sir Lakshmi again, knock me down to stop them. We ignore our sisters' plight at our peril. This I know. We shall endeavor to show them a new path, so the day you speak never comes. We're all in this together. Alamegans and Ananta. We understand that. Hopefully in time they will too. You and yours will ever be friends with Navira. You have my word. Should be getting back to the Peering Stones. Thank you again, Sarisha. Thank you for everything. Hell yeah. Who is that boy? Yo! Crimson, thank you for the host, my dude. It's been a bit since you swung by my neck of the woods, man. Hopefully you've been doing good. Hopefully you're doing great. Hopefully you're relaxing. Hopefully you're enjoying, hopefully you had a good summer. Hopefully you are enjoying the coming autumn. Now that it's finally cooling down. We had like a heat wave over here for like an entire month. And it was murder. Absolute murder. I hate hot weather. Correction. I hate hot weather with no way of cooling down. I hate hot weather with no way of cooling down. It's way too hot. Galandar and Primal? No, he's not, unfortunately. Granted, with the amount of money that Galandar has spent on Phantasias, he can probably afford to switch over if he wanted to. It depends if he wants to or not, though. Probably start at the beginning. Yeah. It could help with the farming. Yeah. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows how it would have ended. You saved a lot of lives, Suika. Take pride in that. It must be said that this is something an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Quilana's supply of crystals must remain unlimited for the foreseeable future. Their ambient aether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Vera on how to best enforce said restrictions. I don't use that money for Fantasia anymore. I don't have that money anymore because I blew it on Fantasia. I mean, obviously, but still. Thank you, Vice Marshal. To other news. What of any news of the Imperials? None. Which in itself is troubling. It seems as though the skulls have the remainder of the garrison which have fully withdrawn into the peaks. We've seen neither hide nor hair of them since Velodina. Regardless of the reasons, our path is clear. Father has decided that it is time to advance east. Finally. It is also most empathetic that you do not that you would be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the warrior of light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. We may not be as strong or as quick as her, but we're soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Ah, you've earned this respite, so enjoy it. The same goes for you, Nago. You've been away from your family too long. Don't deny it. As you say, sir. Thank you. Make the most of our time here. Over the years, ever since they let us buy things from Mog Station, which was probably 2014 or 15, the Mog Station opened up. Yeah, something like that. Something like that, my man. Looks like it's up to me and mine to give you a proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for us in this situation, and having good authority that hers is the finest cooking this side of Venodina. Excellent. More story time? More story time. Honored guests, pray, partake in the humble offerings, and give thanks for your many valiant deeds. Yo, those are some low poly chickens. I don't know about you. Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We're honored to break bread with you and your family. Some low poly chicken, hell yeah. Come, eat your fill of our food and drink deep of our spirits. There is enough for all. So next page should be a bit more time for me. Hell yeah. You put it that way, let's dig in. Hell yeah. Everybody squat. We can only eat while squatting. I worked a Saturday a month ago. Should have about 300 euros extra, but I have a debt to pay. Need to repay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. She wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook. Yeah, you're right. Ain't nothing but good food. You know, seeing her family, I can't help but be thinking of my own. All the ones that have died? My father would come home from a hunt with his dinner over his shoulder, and Ida would prepare with herbs and spices. Our mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was enough for me. And now they're both gone. But they wouldn't let us have that. They were the guys, and of course my father and Ida had a fight. I would have too if I'd been older, but they didn't have to die. It never ends, does it? They call us beasts and they treat us like them. They push and push and push until someone pushes back. Until someone takes up arms or summons God. A false god. This at least is outfit's great. You can buy it at a mock station. Must wear gloves, those. Yeah. What are they thinking when they see this strong and this heart of the weak? When people fight and die, nothing gets better. It just goes on and on and on. Fred. ... Ellipsis. I don't think the gods listen to people like me. Actually listening. I know I was just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Who knows what the answers are for, if there's any. Either way, life goes on and we've just got to go with it. Sorry, that's not buried in my head. I must be getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. Oh yeah, I know. I know. Tomorrow's another day, eh? We'll see what it brings. Sleep well, Suka. Oh, well, sleep well, thank you. You get some sleep, Lise. Remember, a loose cannon is a dangerous cannon, and you're still pretty much a loose cannon at this point. There's something to be said about a home-cooked meal, is there not? Let's cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. The fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. I will take the thing. Bye bye. Tomorrow brings nothing but death and destruction. It also brings more video games. Always more video games, chat. Often in the hopes that you're ready to rejoin the main host. I trust you're all well rested and refreshed, yes? And let us return to the front. The greater part of the Alliance forces should have advanced into the peaks by now. I expect we'll pass into many of our comrades in the road east. There's a checkpoint along the way, as I recall, but we need to only identify ourselves and the soldiers in order to pass. Good, good. Some finally respect of my authority. Where am I heading to? Virgo's Reach. All the way over there to the peaks, eh? Alright. This way direction. Let's go. Whee! Die. And I'm gonna sit here until my regen at least 20k HP. Right, let's go. I'll promise you though, chat, I will not remember anything of this, of what I say tonight. I will just be talking absolute nonsense because my brain is literally on autopilot. It happens when I'm very tired. I'll just chat some shit and no one's gonna know what the hell I'm talking about. It's the Royal Flames boy? It is. Scions, a pleasure to have you as with us again. We happy to know that we've taken Alagiri. We've already begun fortifying as a new base of operations in the peaks. Give a shout to the lads you pass, eh? Hell yeah. Good freaking work. Here we are, European of the Peaks.
remember how they laughed. Alliance and Resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat.
Come back to the peaks.
But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
The set in the southern end, yeah. Truth be told, chat, I don't know how long I'll be streaming tonight. I don't really know. But I want to try and go for at least a while. And as long as people are enjoying the stream, I will do my damnedest to keep the stream going. So keep cheering me on in the stream because I will appreciate it. I'll really appreciate it. I can see this part of the peaks is much higher than the northern end. The northern reaches. Hence why the Imperials built Specula Imperatus the way they did. It says 3 towers to the east, that's her. It says right on the edge of the cliff. So attacking from the north is an errand's full. From the south, on the other hand, she's no different from any other Imperial bastion. So then you'll now see why Valentina was so important, eh? Right then. Come along. Waiting for his Allegira. And that sculpture right there is actually ginormous too. And that's even bigger. This part soon lost. What do you mean lost? Oh no. Gallender, are you warning me that there's lewds on the way? Are you warning me of the lewds that are impendingly coming? Should I be concerned for the chat and their susceptible eyes and ears to things that appear on screen? Like, by God, there might be half-naked character models on screen. And shall be very upset at the fact there's half-naked character models on screen. Very, very upset that there's like half-naked characters on screen. Very, very, very upset that there's half-naked characters on screen. Chat, in fact, is livid about it. Put on some clothes, why don't you? Fantasia to a character of the same sex that you are, Mr. Scruffy. No booba shall be had for stream. No boobas allowed. We're running muscles for super muscles and thongs. I mean, Suika's already essentially wearing like quote unquote like Conan the Barbarian style clothing anyway, so it's fine. We're as close as we can get to that aesthetic anyway. No, waifu is coming. And here we are, new base of operations for the Alliance and the Resistance. Hey, Roban. Well, there you are. Greetings, General. I've been quite busy in her absence. Less than you may imagine. The Imperials fled at our coming. We took the village without a fight. Your timing is impeccable. We're about to discuss the strategy to seize Specula Imperatus. Though we are fresh from the road, we should be glad to attend. Nago is precious waifu and deserve headbats. She is very cute. She is very, very cute indeed. Good. Let's take a moment to gather yourselves and join us when you are ready. Yes. Bye bye. Nago? Nago would rather not keep General Alden and the others waiting. Yeah. Well, you heard the Flame General. Looks like we've got a meeting to attend. Hell yeah. Ba-ba. Must attune with Aetherite. Must become one with the Aether. Must attune. You can get Nago's hairstyle. It should be a mock station. Being an event reward. Okay. I mean, she's got a messy ponytail. It's kind of cute. I'll have to inspect it. Not that Suika's hairstyle is bad by any means. I really like Suika's hairstyle. But if I can get some more ponytails and then maybe mix it up a little bit, that would be pretty cool. I like Shu's ponytail. Or Lord Hien's ponytail, actually. But I'm pretty sure it's a male exclusive ponytail, so. Big sads in the chat. Big sads for ponytails that we're not allowed to wear, chat. Big sads for ponytails that we can't be allowed to wear. That everyone? Then let us begin. Algiri is ours. And for mercy we took it without losing a single man. But we dare not grow complacent. Specula Imperatoris will not be so easily won. If I may, General, should we not pause a moment to consider the Imperial's motivations? For Xenos to surrender a fortified settlement of strategic importance without so much a fight is inexplicable. We searched the village and found no traps or no signs of sabotage. Suspicious though it may be, I will not refuse this gift from our enemy. The path to Alamigo is to the east. There's Specula Imperatoris and Torius, and Castrum Abina. It bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon of unparalleled range and destructive power, which means willing to strike Specula Imperatus quickly, both to limit their ability to locate the forces in the field and to utilize the installation of a shield against attack, as they would doubtless not risk damaging the towers. I see. They have no choice but to accept what's been given. That's the half of it. I got no doubt Xenos has got something planned. We'll just have to deal with it when the time comes. To assault then. The main host will conduct the direct assault on Specula Imperioritas. I've said that 5 different pronunciations, I know. I don't remember who Shu is. I think Shu is the name of the childhood name of Lord Hien from it. For some reason I was able just to draw his first name out of my sleep deprived brain somehow. Lord Hien, samurai boy, leader of Doma and all that area, essentially. He's like king over there. During this time, I'd hold the Scions in reserve at Alagiri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response. Understood. Wait a minute, we should be fighting with you in the Resistance. I understand you don't too heavily rely on Suiko after what she's been through. But at least the rest of us do our part. Don't do anything reckless. You're a goddamn loose cannon. Hien, yeah. It's male only on Mog Station. Boo, Square Enix, boo. I like her hairstyle, actually. Her hairstyle is actually a lot closer to like Suika's real hair, so honestly I might even take it. That's a cool hairstyle. I won't. I promise I'll do only what Conrad says. It was best if I accompanied you. Alze can stay with Suika. Oh, go if you must. The two of us can take care of ourselves. The next hairstyle's available in Mog Station as attire is. Yeah, I know as attire. You have your orders. Dismissed. I like Nago's hairstyle. It's very close to. It's like a much more messier ponytail. I like it a lot. Music cutout. Is it time for a meanwhile in X? Meanwhile, deep within an Imperial research facility. Oh no, she's in the Sephiroth pod. She's in one of those goddamn Midgard pods. This is very FF7. That's Kryl. No. No. Is she gonna mutate into like a monster?
Oh, my head.
What the hell is happening? Don't body horror Kryl into some sort of goddamn monster. We don't need a repeat of Maiden Abyss. We don't need that, chat. We don't need it.
Let us see.
What are you doing? And she's naked too.
She lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
Hmm.
My lord, what have you done to me?
I've given you the power of video games.
Though we Guardians are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics. This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabard. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage.
Yeah, that would explain a lot.
It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic.
I wanted to make robots.
The Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial Court.
Yeah.
Only Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
Yeah, look at this Hojo
You gave
motherfucker.
me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Yeah, you're right. You're a guinea pig.
Alamegan, through and through.
But why would you give her that
What
then?
you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
It's an Uber charge.
I am informed that Alagiri was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specular Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
I gotta smack you and you're gonna be
No.
even stronger.
Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
You must record my Minecraft Let's Play. Put it on YouTube. No, anything but that, my lord. It's boring as hell. Hey, it's my boy Thancred.
Found you.
Yes, Thancred, yes. But don't announce it to everyone else. Alfnald, Emmerich, Y'shtola, Thancred, Minfilia, Lightning, and Snow. Yeah. 7 attires which have a hairstyle. So, is that lies, chat? Monago's hairstyle and Gold Saucer is called Rainmaker. Ah, okay. They permanently added the Gold Saucer back in April this year. Wow, okay. I think I actually have Rainmaker already. Yeah, I know I have Rainmaker. I know I have it. So they're so full of fire and eager, were they? Well, I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're strong, and they have each other. At least you spared me the trouble of having to speak up. I wasn't about to let Lise go alone. Yeah, you're too right. Striking for samurai. Alice is ready to depart for Alagiri when you are. A fair bit of ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, and just so you know, I sent word of our involved squadron. We're already searching for other nearby areas, so we have allies in the event we can counter anything beyond our means. Tancred's hairstyles are male exclusives, and Snow is also male only. Very true. Because God forbid you have gender bender characters of any Final Fantasy characters whatsoever, because Square Enix is gonna get mad at you. Square Enix is gonna get mad at you for doing such a thing. Also, seeing as we have Rainmaker, I'm positive we do. Let's double check we've actually used it real quickly. I have a whole bunch of junk in here. I need to sell some shit. I have a lot of junk in here. I want to use those hairstyles on female characters. Yeah, God forbid you want gender bender versions of like those characters. God forbid though. However, you can wear Cloud's hairstyle on every character, but then again, Cloud dressed up as a girl in FF7 anyway, so they're like cool with that apparently. Also, I'm just pressing buttons for no reason. I want to travel back to Limsa Limensa, and I want to try put on that hairstyle. I want to try putting on that hairstyle, chat. Because it's a more messier ponytail. I think it might look good on Suika anyway. And we haven't had a proper chance to look at all the new hairstyles we've unlocked anyway, so. So why the hell not, you know? This place is absolutely packed as always. No, not airship. Drowning Wench is where we want to go. Yeah, God forbid we want like pixie cuts on our girl characters. God forbid, right? No, you're not allowed to wear pixie cuts. God said no. You're not allowed. For everything. Me as well. So I can store more stuff. As if hair had a preference. Yeah, you're telling me. You're not allowed to. The hair said it was time to be boy and only boy only. That's the summoning bell. Oh no, it's the crystal bell that I want. Hold on, chat. I need to summon the JoJo character. We have summoned the JoJo. The JoJo character has been summoned, chat. Hairstyle. That's an even messier hairstyle. Hold on. That's just... Isn't that like Jolene's hairstyle from JoJo? I'm pretty sure that's just Jolene's hairstyle. Go figure. Bam, bam. It's more of a interesting hairstyle there. If this wasn't so flat, that'd be very Suika. That'd be very, very Suika. Bam, bam. We can always get it back. Because that's Suga's other one. This is black. Want to make it more white like that? How's that looking, chat? What y'all think of this? Think of that? Maybe a little bit too much white? Maybe just lower it a little bit? Wish tattoos were better, honestly. Black hair with white tips remaining to someone? But it's not like bleached white tips. It's like just slight accents. Shoebill, what are you talking about, Damaduki? You talking about some shenanigans? Let's rock that for a bit. I'll use a token. A more messier ponytail. Give that a nice rock this for a little bit. Suga's got a more messier head now. That ponytail needs to be tamed. It used to be so like easily done, but now it's just like going crazy. I'm cool with that. I can rock that for the moment for sure. I can rock that for the moment. I'm cool with that, chat. I'm cool with that. Posting in the anime channel for a comparison. Let me see. Let me see who's this bitch. I don't know who the hell that is. Kimono Friends. I do not know that one. Doesn't look like her at all. Not much at all. Resemblance is uncanny. I don't even know who the fuck it is, to be honest. Nah, the white accents is pissing me off. It needs to be more subtle. It's like, it's just too much. And I know I'm gonna grind this freaking stream to a halt just to sort out my goddamn OCD chat. But by God, I will do that, and I will spend as much money possible to do it. I will spend all the money because I want to get this sorted. Have to get it right. We gotta get it right, chat. We gotta get it right. Thank God this is only like 2,000. Hair color. Took the subtlest highlight. Like that, yeah. Or do you want to just go full kill and get some red in there? Stain with the blood of our enemies. Or do we want to go for something different, like a blue? No, I'll go for the red. Why not? Yeah, I'll pay 2,000 gil for a fucking haircut. That's fine by me. Sure, why not? Let's go for that. Now we need to buy some dye, some red dye. We need some red dye. All that, not that way. Yeah, we have to go to the next floor. No, this way. Boardwalk Hall. I'll wind up a kid now. What the hell? That ain't no echidna. What the fuck? Alright, dye shop is over near here. Tradecraft, apothecary, culinary. Dye is over here. "24-man raids an explosive minion." It's one of the three. Okay. Yeah, dye. We need red. Blood red. Just teleport back because we're lazy. Go for a different look. Mixing it up just a little bit. So we've rocked midnight blue this entire time, so it's nice to change things up just a little bit, chat. And then we'll immediately get back to the story mode. I gotta say, those fireworks were cool to start with, but now it's just nothing but fireworks. It's actually getting a little bit annoying. It's a little bit annoying. Really? Blood red looks like, oh, blood red. Oh, I know why. It's like dyed. It's like blood when it dies or when it dries and you try to get rid of it, it becomes orange. We want more of a Dalamud is actually the best one, but we couldn't see any of it. I'm not sure where you would even find Dalamud, to be honest. Don't even know where the Dalamud red is, to be honest, but we'll rock this for the moment. Rock this for a little bit. Just to mix things up a little bit. Hell's Open, really? That's a striking name for a quest. Hell's Open. Let me just cybernetically augment my goddamn Viceroy or whatever the fuck it is. The Butcher of Alamigo, make her even stronger. Knowing me, chat, I'll probably end up just refixing the outfit off stream because of my crippling OCD. I kind of like the hair though. Probably gonna keep the hair. One out of 2 Imperial forces, nice. What in the? Oh my god. Lethal weapon, wow. It's a big boy. Don't think I can fuck with that right now. Destination. Delirium. Easy money. Easy money. All right, if hell's about to open, what are me and Alize gonna see here? Give me a moment, Suika. Say that again, if you would? No. Maintain your distance for now. Understood. Keep me apprised of any developments. That was Arvinald. The pair were spying on us from the fringes, and the pair that was spying on us in the fringes has followed us here. What about you, Suika? Any trouble? 2 Imperial patrols, but I slaughtered them all. And here I think we were due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear that you dealt with them. I hope the assault on Specula Imperatoris is going well. Maybe, maybe not. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Quick arm skill speed? No, that's fine. Oh no, this ain't gonna end well, is it? This is gonna end horribly. Nah, you ain't fucking with Ralbon. You ain't fucking with the bull. Good shit, Pippin.
You've improved, lad.
Oh yeah. Good shit, Pippin.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Oh, really?
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
The chapter was called On to Hell. If that isn't foreboding, I don't know what is. What next? Is this bitch gonna be casting Ultima on people? Is she gonna go insane? Mad with power?
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
No. Keep them here. I will cast Ultima. Yeah.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders.
Oh boy.
Lord Xenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
Wow.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
No.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Xenos yourself.
I'm very quiet. I can whisper too, bitch. Yeah, you ain't so special.
I thought not. Initiate the firing sequence.
I gotta turn it up because she's so damn
Wars are
quiet.
won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now, give the order.
Initiate firing sequence.
Oh boy.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
Oh no. Ralban, don't fucking die, bro.
Ransford, Rudolph, Hamlet. For us. For our people. For our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
What is this? Does she have the echo now? That was the echo noise. That was the noise of the echo. They've been using that same sound the entire goddamn time. Oh, Jesus. That's a big ass cannon. Oh. Oh, fuck. Everyone's gonna fucking die. Didn't realize this was fucking Midgard with a super weapon.
What in the seven hells?
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat. Now! Relay the orders!
Understood.
Get out alive, guys. Come on.
All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
Jesus Christ. Fucking run! Fucking run! Run! Oh jeez, they made it out. Good. God. Holy shit. I would have been pissed if Robon and Pippin died. Oh, you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? That had been Castrum, Albania. That was an Imperial installation, and the people and the troops were still. No one's responding. I don't know if the link shell's being jammed or. We have to go now. They're in need of our help. Mm-hmm. Suka's been bathing in the blood of her enemies. She actually looks kind of really good in that cinematic. Heavens weep. Hell opens and heavens weep. The fear in Alizé's eyes is unlike anything you've ever seen before. Is she fearing for her brother? This way. There's no time to lose. Bye-bye. Yeah, it was right there. Tower now gone. Tower now gone. Tower confirmed gone. That ain't good, chat. Alizé, can you open this door for me with your epic magics, please? It's worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even. Pull yourself together. Let's get inside. We need to find my brother right now. Locks been disabled. You need to only pass through them. Yep, let's go. Robon's okay, Pippin's okay, hell yeah. Oh jeez, he's been healed, he's been healed. He's being healed, or at least checked on. Lost some Imperials dead. Another Imperial dead. This ain't good, Chief. Robon, what's happening? I'm glad you're here, Lieutenant. In case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us. On Specula Imperatorius. I didn't think they had it in them to kill their own and just to kill their own men just to kill us. Gods damn them all. Where's my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in the tower when it struck, but that doesn't mean anything. Forces are still evacuating and many are still remain unaccounted for. Alizé? Alizé, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families, just like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north, you take the east. Oh, sweet Jesus. This ain't good, chat. This is less than optimal. Come on, get on your feet, soldier. Let's give me a moment for the world to stop spinning, would you? There, Valkyrie's not far. I'll make it. I'll make it. Hang in there. And the flame soldier, my boy. Get on your feet. Get on your feet, flames. I thought I was bound for Thrall's Great Hall. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? No, not a temple knight. Aw, man. He doesn't look like he's gonna make it. Is this time for the echo to kick in? Or Everything hurts. I think I was struck by the debris from the tower. Oh yeah, I know you. Sukasea, ward of House Hortum. Fought together in steps of faith. You saved my life back then, and now, on your feet, man. I can walk, thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. Conrad? Conrad, can you hear me? Naga, put him down over there. Is Conrad dead? Conrad might be big dead, guys. This ain't good. This ain't good at all.
Conrad! Conrad, speak to me!
Come on, big guy.
It was all so sudden.
Oh yeah,
Conrad had just
Alphenall's alive.
convinced the
Excellent.
last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
He was an old soldier. Is he gonna die?
Conrad?
Is he alive?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing.
Oh no.
Well, that's that then. Time's up.
Damn. He gonna die.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Big sad, chat. Big sad.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Alamigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
He did. F's in the chat, boys. F's in the chat, boys. God damn. Meanwhile, in the chaos of Castrum Albina. We're evil. We're evil. We're evil. That's the song, chat. We're evil.
Come, Nidhogg. We are needed.
Estinian? Yo! It's me, boy!
That's the cerulean pipeline!
It's me, boy!
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
Okay, Stinian's being a badass. Deflect them all like a badass.
My lance has slain far greater beasts.
Hell yeah, Stinian! It's me, boy!
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon!
Nah, your cannon's fucked. That ain't coming back in online until Rush Hour 3.
The savages are coming!
Yeah. Guess what? Stinian fucked up your cannon and then just leaped into the sky as he tends to. What was that about Needhog though? Has he mastered Needhog's power? He might have. I like Suga's hair. I might want to make it a little bit darker though, so it's not as noticeable. We could have killed them. We could have walked away. Instead of trying to convince them to lay down their arms, we try to convince them to lay down their arms and try to make a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy, and this was the response: fire and blood. This was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. God is my witness. There will be a reckoning. Alfenald is pissed. Good, pissed Alfenald is good. Alfenald. Alfenald's slowly regaining his composure. Forgive me, now is not time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire upon their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to the Commander Kemp's body. Find my sister and return to Alagiri. Nago is doing the big cry. At least, yeah. Alize, we gotta get out of here. There, that's just a device. Go and join the others. Tell me you found Alfenald. Tell me he's alright. The dude's fine, he's pissed though. Oh, thank the 12. I don't know what I would have done. So saying that, will the resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry, not here, not now. I shall return to Alagiri and keep an eye out for any wounded and need their help on the way. Suka's new hairstyle's growing on me. It's growing on me, chat. Imperial. On your feet. Bye, Conrad. Yeah, bye, Conrad. It wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I expect you're here to slit my throat. Hell's with this. Should be back home and Isabard. Instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. Yeah, well, right now we just want to make sure whoever lives. Also, can I say this track is actually baller as hell? This track is actually super cool. This would look better if I didn't have those shoulder pads, to be honest. Maybe we should fashion like some more stuff for Suika. But we'd have to make an entirely new glam as well. We'd have to make an entirely new glam. I mean, maybe the Chaos attire with this hair would look really nice, but who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? This is a resistant fighter. Come on your feet, boy. Thank you. Blade's Horknet came loose when I was having trouble getting back on. Alright, no worries. Right now we just need to help everyone that we can at the moment. On your feet, soldier. Oh, bless you, kind. Wait, is that you, Suiko? I didn't recognize you first. I'm feeling a bit dizzy. I lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. Speak with Alfie. I will speak with Alfie, don't worry. So instead of a dungeon, we got treated to Estinian fucking shit up, which is always a good time for Estinian. But what was that about Needhog? Has he reclaimed Needhog's eye for himself? And did he eat it for breakfast? Maybe. Suika, we've given our Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later, I have no idea when the rites to be performed. Right now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. The question of how to move forward in Conrad's absence looms large in Alphanald's mind. All Imperience and Resistance units are now withdrawn from Specula Imperatorius. This time we spoke with General Alden. Ada Eisworth, the Primal Ilbert summoned. Okay, so what's this with Estinian, like, yeah, using Nidhogg's abilities and stuff. He's harnessed Nidhogg's abilities. Well, put it like this. It came specifically from the spear. So my theory crafting is because in canon, Dragoon armor is forged using the blood of dragons, right? A Dragoon armor is like intrinsically like woven with draconic blood magic. And that's why Dragoons have like their abilities, is because of that armor giving them strength. And basically the Eye of Nidhogg was like a supercharger to make that even stronger. And what happened was he skewered one of the original brood of Midgardsormr with the spear. And now that spear is also very much powered up in a similar way to his armor is. But it's super potent because it's like one of the original fucking dragons. So that's my guess of how it is. And he's calling his spear Nidhogg now and invoking Nidhogg's power through, I don't know, blood magic or some shit. Well, that's my 2 cents, or what I think's happening. These deaths weigh heavy on my soul. Commander Kemp's most of all. He was a wise leader. He was a patriot. But above all else, he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many lost on this day. I would ask for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the lost. Aw, Nago's taking it super hard. We've suffered a grievous defeat, but we cannot and will not renounce the cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, and let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield next time you face the enemy. It'll carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubt. Are we taking another step towards Alamigo, however, we must first address the question of how to deal with Castrum Albinius cannon. If the Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought of their soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. Enter Estinian just jumping down when he jumped off like the cannon. He should just land in the middle of the courtyard. A furnace all's out of the question. We'd lose countless men before we even reach the walls. Would we? Recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces if they kept firing, but they neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why didn't they? I suspected they're unable to fire with the cannon again, mayhap due to malfunction. One of their officers found his conscience after the first barrage, or herefore unknown to the resistance faction, chose that moment to disable it. There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated they continue. Let's go off to see for myself if the cannon's operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of resistance. We're not leaving you right now. And how you feel, Nago? I do. But you need to understand, it wasn't long after Papalimo After Papalymo and I arrived at Ralga's Reach, that Conrad first asked me to join the Resistance, but then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the Scions, but even then, I knew deep down that was an excuse. I was still afraid of following my heart because I wasn't sure if it was for me or for Ida. But I met someone on the other side of the world who struggled with the same worries, and we traveled and fought together. I saw him grow to become the leader his people needed him to be. And it was my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and for the ones that are, many are still wounded. We'll just have to make do with what we've got, and I'm the best qualified. It's as simple as that. With only Naga, I'll come back, I promise. And while I acknowledge Commander Heck's right to carry out this mission, I see no reason that she do so alone. Lieutenant, would you go with her? I suppose someone's got to keep her harm's way. That's settled. We'll wait your return. The hair is a little bit emo, I gotta admit. It's very over the top. A little bit over the top. We'll have to change that. Sorry to drag you into this, Suika. It may not come to a decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad, and I never will be. I don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for, but right now, all I can be is myself. I'll take the gunblade. At least his mind is made up. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around and have people try and talk me out of it. Let's get moving. I know a vantage point to looking over the Castrium. Nulfencamp's Hope. The ship's stranded on the rocks to the east of here. It shouldn't take as long for us to get there. Oh, but there might be some ancient golems guarding it. Or that's just an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. Lise, Commander, I pray you'll proceed all with due caution and do not hesitate to call upon us if needed. To reach that ship, we have to scale the cliff face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you up there, alright? Yeah, I know I'm gonna grind this fucking stream to a halt again, chat, but I want my fucking hair changed. I want my hair changed. It's a little too much. The hair is a little too much. It's a little too much, chat. It's a little too much. It's like already super emo. It's like super duper emo and I can't handle it. It's super duper emo and I have to change it. Suika is many things, but an emo she is not. So excuse me, chat, because this is imperative that I do this. It is imperative that I do this, chat. Apologies, but has to be done. Has to be done, chat. Apologies. It gots to be done. Apologies, chat. Y'all can be upset at me for grinding the stream to a halt, but gotta do it. Gotta happen. Bam, bam. This hair does not lend itself very well, I gotta say. It does not lend itself very well to be doing half measures. I wish I could flip the hair. I wish I could flip the hair. Unfortunately, I can't. There's no button for that. There's no way to flip the hairstyles. It might honestly be a little bit too emo, actually. I mean, I like it, but we would have to go like full black for me to rock it, I think. If I would flip it over the other side, it would be perfect, because it would cover up the scar. Yeah, I would just have to fucking switch it back. We're gonna have to switch it back to blue, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Gotta say, I'm very good at wasting everyone's time. I'm very, very good at that. The chat loves it when I flip-flop from fucking hairstyle to hairstyle. Chat adores me when I waste everyone's fucking time. We went for more white in the hair. Because previously it was like very lightly accented, but we did that for a very specific reason. So if we switch to like, our mage or whatever, it looks like we have a witch's mark, which is like a single bit of white tuft of hair on the front side. It's known as a witch's mark, chat. For anyone that doesn't know about that kind of stuff. And I figured it looked kind of cool, so why the hell not? Good. Now we can get back to the main story quest and I can stop fucking around. Stop mucking around and getting back to actually doing stuff that matters. I have no idea how I'm even accruing money right now, but I guess it's just from doing like main story quest stuff. Oh boy, don't tell me that's a dungeon. It certainly looks like a dungeon. Need to feed cat and take the garbage? Ain't no worries. Good, now let us climb. Is it time to meet Estinian again? There's Lise. Sorry to keep waiting. See me the golems? Looks like the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. Right then. Time to climb. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is definitely Suka's best look. It's definitely your best look that I've came up with so far. I do need to put more of it together. That took more out of me than I expected. Here she is. Ninekemp's hope. The ark that one man made to save countless others during the flood during the sixth umbral era. His name was Noah or some shit. No one knows. It's coming to think that there's always been people who cared about this much about their fellow men who accomplished such great feats that people couldn't help but thinking they were just made up. But the proof's here, isn't it? Yeah. I don't mean just the ship, you know. I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you hero, you were there for people you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to, sometimes when they didn't want you to. It can't have been easy staying true to yourself, but we're all better for it, me included. Yeah, it's me. I'll never be a leader like Conrad or Hien or my father. But I can be a friend to you all, so I can fight at your side. I can be me, and I'll have to be enough, right? Yeah, seems fair enough. Better being you than being anything else. Strange to think back on it. If we've been standing in different places, or if the shell struck the tower differently, it might have been me instead of Conrad. Maybe both of us. What kind of monster murders their own? Is that smoke coming from Castor Mobina? Wait, it's coming from the cannon. I can't tell what happened here, but I can tell you it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. It's our chance, Suka, to avenge Conrad and all those who died in the tower, friend or foe. To get Castor Mobina and bring the bastards who killed him to justice. It won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's camping at the... Everyone's champing at the bit to get straight back. With the right plan, I'm certain we can do it. Mm-hmm. Let's go tell the others. Come on. Where's my boy Estinian? Where's my boy? Why is he sneaking around? It is not Estinian's MO to be sneaking around. Easier up than down, eh? Not necessarily safer. Excuse me, chat. That was very rude of me to be yawning. Anyways, no time to rest. I've convinced the others to strike now, before the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. What do we take? I will take the gun. What does it look like? Gun looks like a gun. This is not willing to let an opportunity pass her by. No time to lose, Suika. General Alden needs to know what we saw. Ba-ba, I'm gonna teleport cause it's free. Calendar, if you want to stay up a little bit longer, you can stay up a bit longer. I'm not sure how long this stream is going to be going for. Maybe like another half an hour, maybe a bit more if the story gets spicy. But I would love to come back and be back with a fresh mind. And a fresh head. And a more slightly awoken head. You returned. I only hope you bring me good news. Scale the cliffs of Neon Creps Hope. It spied smoke coming from Castrum Albania's main cannon. I think Marshal Tarpin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to be disabled somehow. We must attack Castrum Albania at once. It could be a trick, but if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity. Bluntly, General, if it is a trick, it's an utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, they could have simply kept firing. Be that as it may, we need not risk everything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the castrum and secure control of the weapon. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we might take them unawares. If, on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, then our token force will prove to be an elusive target. At least we know the cannon will be operational. Either way, seems well worth the risk. Hurry to infiltrate the castrum. In anticipation of a day like this, men and women under my command have been laboring to cultivate a network of informants throughout Girabina, including Radiata. Radiata is home to many menial positions in Castrum, Albania, and other nearby installations. To help our allies there, I believe we can secure a route into the fortress. The resistance will handle this. You may have recruited these informants, but they'll be happy working. But they'll be just as happy working or with fellow Alamegans. At the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Conrad. I should be glad to accompany you, General, as will Alize and Suika, I am sure. Well then, if you're all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. We'll be ready to march. We will make ready to march from Castrum Albina. Go. Be Rilgar, watch and keep you. Gotta do my dailies for Genshin that I can go to bed. Yeah. Apologies for speaking on your behalf. I see my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess, my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concern for Lys, nor less Alamigo. Castrum Albania is the largest imperial facility in the peaks, you see. And so likelihood that Kryl is being held captive there is quite high. Dealing with the cannon remains to be our main objective, of course, but if there's even a slight chance that Kryl may be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if I didn't take it. That's fair enough, my guy. That's fair enough. Ooh, fancy Uchi. Gimme. Albanal's ready to lead the way. You know what, chat? I'm feeling very tired all of a sudden. I feel like if I go any further, I might do myself an injury, or worse, contribute to a very uninteresting stream. So I do apologize, but I think I will be calling it here. My plan tomorrow is to come and start maybe like an hour or so early, and hit this thing as hard as we can after sleeping as much as possible. So we can make up for missing out on like maybe a few hours of the stream tonight. But I need to look after my health a little bit better, and I can feel myself slipping right now. My bed's calling my name. So you guys won't be missing too much if anyone's dipping out right now. But yeah, do me all a favor. If you're new to the channel, drop a follow. I would appreciate it. We stream 6 days a week. Usually we go like 6, 7 hours, 8 hours a day sometimes. So if you're into these long ass streams, do me a favor and drop a follow. I'd appreciate it. And of course, if you want to support me in being a full-time streamer one day, please consider supporting the stream. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to say thank you to Crizviz for the tier 3 sub for 25 months. I appreciate that. I think half of those are tier 3 as well. It's definitely a year of tier 3. Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate that. And Scarecrow, thanks to the host. I appreciate that as well. I'll be back again tomorrow. More of Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Really enjoying it. I would play more if I could, but right now I need to look after my health and all that good jazz. So thank you all so much for understanding, chat. I promise this will not be a reoccurring thing where I fuck up my sleep schedule and fuck up my head. And I promise I'll start looking after myself more, because, you know, a half-dead streamer ain't fucking fun to watch, that's for damn sure. But I appreciate you guys being patient with me. I really, really do. Anyway, I'll catch all you guys later. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, it's Scruffy from the Chin Pit, and I will see you guys next time. See you tomorrow. More Final Fantasy XIV. See y'all there. Good night, everybody.